And I want to talk about the why behind the rule before we do the rule. What is m to the third? Ignore the squared for a second. It's m times itself 3 times m times m times m. So m times m times m squared. Well, squaring means I multiply it by itself, right? So this is really m times m times m times m times m times m. So how many m's is that? 6. So how do I go from my 3 and 2 to get 6? You times them, multiplying. So this is really m to the third squared. I'm sorry, times 2. A power to a power. So if I'm raising 3 to the second power, that means I take the product of the two exponents. So another example like this. I want to simplify n to the fourth to the negative 2. That would be n to the negative 8. Or how about this one? This is kind of a fun example. X squared to the fourth times x to the negative fifth. Let's see. Power to a power. That's positive 8. Now what do I do? Add them. So that's going to give me x to the what? 13th. So x squared to the fourth times, oops, hey.
Yeah, it was negative, that's what I thought.
We lost the sign there, so that should be not 13, it should be 3. There we go. So x squared to the fourth times x to the negative fifth works out simplified down to x to the third. Now the last thing, since you see these parentheses, you might have a hint of the last rule, which is distributive. Distributing exponents. And this only works across multiplication. You cannot distribute across addition. Students like to do that, don't. So say I've got x squared y to the third, the whole thing raised to the fourth power. That's the same as x squared to the fourth and y to the third to the fourth. So it's x to the 8th times y to the 12th. You can distribute across multiplication. Now what you can't do, x plus y squared is not, you cannot do it across addition. That doesn't work. This is probably one of the greatest frustrations that we have as math teachers. We always get students who will try to do that, especially this unit. When we start saying, well, how do you simplify that? Many of you will write on your BA test x squared plus y squared and call it done. You cannot distribute across addition. You can only distribute across multiplication. You can distribute multiplication across addition, but you can't do exponents across it. Do some more examples of that. Let me get a fresh tape going.